excited about these calls. Like I make notes through the day, and then we do like dinner and bath and bedtime. And so then I just need something to pump me up before I get on here. So, hello, welcome everyone. I am Jen Burflow, your Triple Diamond leader, and tonight, oh, hang on, it's not what I want. Okay, so before we get started, just make sure you guys all mute on your line so that your faces don't keep popping up. There will be a little, if you go, I think on the bottom left-hand side, it'll, there'll be a little microphone that you can mute it if you're on your computer. If you're on your phone, let me look so I tell you the right way to do it. Okay, I don't know. I can get it full. If you're on your phone, there's a way to mute on there too. So just go ahead and mute yourself so we don't get any feedback on this call. And then I can turn it to speaker view. Okay. So I know in our group, I labeled at the top, okay, so I labeled at the top that this was a time for real talk. This weekend, my family and I, we went to Alabama to surprise our team there, our Diamond leader, Christy York. We went and surprised her team. They have a really special thing going on there. They've got a great, strong local team, and they're just working really hard. And Daniel and I just want to be hands-on, face-to-face leaders. We get to see you guys this way, and sometimes that's the only way we get to see you guys. And that's why I like Zoom so much. But if we can make a trip, then why not, right? That's what this business is for, doing some more things with our family and or as a family. And anyway, so it's really important to me to be a hands-on leader and to get face-to-face with people. And I heard some things through the weekend from our team there, but then also it just so happened that I started hearing some things throughout our team that I think need to be addressed. And some things don't even have to be on our team. I just hear them from other leaders. So the first thing is a big one, and I normally lose people as the call goes on because we have things to do and things get in the way. So I want to say this now while we have everyone here. And I want you all to hear me loud and clear. I don't know of any of this happening on our team, but I hear it happening a lot lately. And I just felt the effects of it on our team. And I really want you guys to, before I say this, hey, can everybody make sure that you mute on your line? Who's that? Brianne, can you mute your line, sweetie, so we don't get any feedback? As you guys are coming on, just make sure you're muted from your phone.
Did she say me? You sure?
Okay. So
you ain't sure?
Mute yourself. Go on and mute from your phones and your computer.
It's recording. Don't do it because they might can hear you.
Okay. So I want everyone to be paying attention when I say this, because I'm going to say it once. This is your one warning. And if you break this rule, I promise you will get kicked out of any group of mine that you're involved in. There is to be no kit buying. No buying of other people's kits. Damn, I don't know why I can't get myself to pull up here. We do not buy kits. We do not lure distributors with the promise of buying kits. We do not buy other people's kits. You guys, people are losing distributors, and it's becoming a real issue. It is so against compliance, it's not even funny. No one that I'm aware of on this team has done that. If it happens, I want to know about it, because those people are getting turned in, their accounts are getting terminated, and it's a big deal. It's not a fun thing to talk about, but I know some people on our team who have suffered because someone else outside of our team has offered to buy a distributor's kit. It's a no-no. Don't do it. Okay. So the rest is going to be motivational tough love, the motivational real talk, I promise. Okay, so I just wanted to get that out of the way. Let's talk, first of all, back to the basics. We are taught, sorry, I'm just trying to make it the best for the recording. Okay, so we are taught the basics when we get into this. We all start out with the same tools, and we all have the same steps to success. So step one, we all know, is to join the party, and with that, we are setting up our 80 BB auto ship. Now, this doesn't mean that you run a 50 BB auto ship and think that you're going to be commission qualified. You are commission qualified with an 80 BB auto ship. If you decide to forego the auto ship, you need to make sure that you maintain 150 PBV. That's 150 personal bonus volume to make sure that you're commission qualified. It's the same every month. You need to make sure that you are at that volume or that you run your auto ship, 80 BB auto ship, by the 25th of the month, okay? So that's kind of coming up now as auto ships are running, and maybe they're not quite for 80 BB, and then like I had someone miss commission one time because they had their auto ship set up for 79 BB. It's not going to work. It has to be 80 BB. When you're setting up your auto ship, think about you can use it for wraps to turn around and sell, or you can set that up for the products that you want to use. You can set it up for anything. So make sure that your auto ship, when you're setting it up, is for 80 BB. Okay, so my notes are going to be a little bit out of order. Forgive me for that, please. Okay, some things that I talked about this weekend when I went to the team training was we need to make sure that this is a little tip. Make sure that you're getting back with people or answering messages as quickly as possible. Like, please try not to wait any longer than maybe a half an hour to an hour to get back to those customers. We are growing, and people are going to get to them first if you don't. That's one thing that Daniel and I used to talk about. He was like, it's 10 o'clock at night. Can't they wait until tomorrow? And I'm like, no, they can't, because somebody else is going to see that they're interested, and they're going to get them. So just to help yourselves, really be diligent about answering questions and messages quickly. Let's see. Here is I apologize to you guys. I should have organized these better, but I was just like, this is random stream of thought. So I was talking this weekend about doing wrap parties, and someone said, I don't know about doing a wrap party, like maybe, I don't know, they just were really unsure about it. You guys can do any kind of parties that you want. The one that I suggested was when people talk about not being able to afford the wraps. Wraps are a luxury. I get that. Now, there are some luxuries that we will move heaven and earth to do, right? We're going to get our nails done. We're going to get our hair done. Like, those are things that we just don't do. We don't go without. We don't go without makeup. If we run out, whether we have the money or not, we will find it, right? So when you're running into people who say they don't have the money to do this, or they don't have the money for products, or they just don't know what to do to be a loyal customer, think about the things that people use every day. Think about the things that they're going to go to Target for anyway, like I'm talking skincare. Everybody has to wash their face. They're going to find money to get face wash when they run out of it, right? So they might as well be getting it from you. Or if you're a distributor, those are the things that you need to be buying from yourself. Quit paying Target, start paying yourself. And then really get into the skincare line, you guys. You're going to have amazing results with that, and it's going to be, I promise, you're going to be hooked. I keep trying to get it on my speaker view where it like shows my face big so that it doesn't show all of your faces, but it's not working, so I apologize for that. But think about the products that people use every day and the products that people need to be using every day, like the greens. The wraps, we've got no competition. We're the only ones that have those. But when you're talking about customer maintenance, like the longevity of your loyal customers, really get them on those things that people will not go without. I have written in my notes 4 loyal customers. I have 2 points that I want to make about getting 4 loyal customers. First of all, I want to emphasize the simplicity of this business. Step 1 is to join the party. Step 2 is to get those 4 loyal customers to get your rack rewards. This is not a party pad presentation, but I hear a lot of people saying, like people are interested, but they're just not buying, or they don't have the money, or, the normal excuses that we get. You guys, do not stop talking to people until you get your 4 loyal customers in your first month. And then you're still not going to stop talking to people, but I just want to I want to just tell you, that's how easy it is to get this started, because 4 loyal customers turns into 2 rack rewards and $120 in free product. And what does that free product do? That builds your business. It's either going to get you the products that you want that you haven't gotten yet. It's going to take care of that wish list for you. Or it's going to turn into racks that you turn around and sell for cash. And either way, you're building your business. You're either building through your own personal testimony or you're making rack cash. So it's very important that you get those 4 loyal customers in your first 30 days. Is it the end of the world if you don't? No, it is not. There are plenty of leaders out there who either barely got their 4th loyal customer or who didn't get their 4 loyals. And that's okay, because it doesn't mean that you can't build. It doesn't mean you can't make it to the top. What it will do, and what I wanted to get into, is what it's going to take to get your bonuses. The Ruby bonus, the $1,000 Ruby bonus, you do have to get 4 loyal customers in your first 30 days to qualify for that $1,000 Ruby bonus. So to qualify for your Ruby bonus, just the Ruby bonus, you do need to have gotten your $120 in product credit. For the rest of the bonuses, for the double emerald bonus and then the double good diamond, double diamond, triple diamond, all of those, you need to have 4 active loyal customers. Now this is new. This is different than it used to be before. It used to be you only had to be fast start qualified to qualify for the good bonuses and the double good bonuses. You need 4 active loyal customers. That doesn't mean that they're still in their auto ship. It means you have 4 customers who completed their 3-month auto ship who did not cancel their loyal customer account. So they still have an active open account. They just aren't running their auto ship. You need 4 active loyal customers to qualify for bonuses above the Ruby bonus. The way you can check to see how many qualified loyal customers you have, if you log into eSuite, on that home page, on the middle left-hand side, there's a green bar that says Performance Overview. If you expand that, that's going to give you your PBV, your GB, and then underneath that, it's going to say Qualified Loyal Customers. And if you click the little question mark, it'll tell you this is the number of loyal customers you have that have not had a credit card decline, they have completed their 3-month auto shipment, and they did not cancel their account. That number needs to be 4 or greater for you to qualify for Emerald, Double Good Diamond, Double Good Double Diamond, Triple Diamond, Presidential Diamond, all those. The Ruby bonus, you need to have gotten 4 loyal customers in your first 30 days. Okay? I think those are the last technical things I wanted to talk about. The rest of this is just tips because I need a business sign that says no longer accepting excuses. You're gonna notice maybe, I feel like a little bit of a different kind of leader now. You may notice it and you may not, but we don't have time for excuses. We don't have time for excuses ever. We especially don't have time for excuses in our busiest month of the year, our busiest season of the year. So here's how we get rid of those. First of all, bring my camera back up here. Okay. So first of all, I want you guys to start being the kind of distributor that you want to attract. I want you to be the kind of leader that you want to be led by. So you don't have to agree with all the things that I do, but I'm leading you in a way that I want to be led. I'm telling you the things that I want to be told, the things that I want to know. And you need to be doing that whether you have distributors under you or not. I don't care if you haven't enrolled a single person. You need to embody and you need to act like the distributor that you want to attract. So this means stop airing your dirty laundry on Facebook. Nobody wants to see that. I don't want to see, I don't want a distributor that's like F this, F that on Facebook because it's not classy. It's tacky. I don't like it. It's not the kind of business that I want to run. So if you're doing that and you're not enrolling people, you may want to take a look at that and kind of scale back on that. I try to be really positive all the time, and it's not because life doesn't get messy sometimes. It's just that people don't want to hear about that. We get all of that negativity on the news. We see it out and about every day. It's not what we want. Positive people are attracted to positive people. And so if you're not enrolling people, customers or distributors, maybe you need to look at that. Like, what are you putting out there that's coming back to you? If you haven't watched The Secret, it's free on Netflix, it's on YouTube. Watch The Secret. Start thinking about the law of attraction. Start thinking about what you're putting out, because what you're putting out is exactly what you are going to attract. I will tell you, this is going to come a little bit later because I get asked a lot how I got started. And when I did get started, you guys, I took one night a week. I really just needed the peace and quiet. I needed to get out of the house a little bit. But I took one night a week where I went to Starbucks and I sat there for an hour or two. And I just, I brought all my It Works stuff. I thought it was a good way to kind of like advertise without necessarily passing out blitz cards all through the Starbucks. But I sat with my papers out and my calendar, and I went back to my phone and I would write down leads and I would write down notes beside my leads. Maybe that was the time when I sent out all my follow-ups. Maybe I scheduled posts for the next couple of days. Whatever it was, I made sure it was really productive time. And it was just me, all by myself. I just sat there for an hour or two at Starbucks one night a week. And then I got a distributor, a local distributor, and I invited her with me. I said, hey, I'm going to go to Starbucks tonight. Do you want to come with me? And that became our team meeting. And one night a week, we just met and we sat and we talked about what we were doing to build our business and what we could do better. Maybe we didn't talk at all for a little while. Maybe we both just charted out our leads, made some notes, sent out our follow-ups. And then she got a local distributor and she invited them. And then I got another local distributor and I invited them. And then we ended up getting big enough to where we outgrew Starbucks. Like, just right at a year ago, we actually got too big for Starbucks, and we were closing them down when we were meeting there, and we had to start meeting somewhere else because we got too big. But it started with just me. And so when I talk about being the kind of leader that you want to have on your team, start that. Start that behavior, because you may not have a team now, but you're a leader. God is lining up your team for you. And so you need to be practicing right now, developing those leadership skills. Even if you just signed up today, I want you to start thinking about that. Start thinking about being the leader of a team and how do you start preparing for that role. When you're brand new, we talk about having two major dates in this business, and that's the day that you sign up and the day that you really start working. And I hope for you guys, sorry, there's a dog in here. I hope for you guys that those days are closer together than mine were, because I signed up on April 30th, and it wasn't until the following January, like mid-January, that my light bulb went off and I was like, okay, I got it, and I'm ready to get to work. So you've got the day you sign up and the day that you get to work, and those days are going to be completely different for everyone. But the day that you sign up, the day that you start working, I hope that it's the day that you sign up. For me, when my light bulb went off, I just realized that that I needed to start acting like I knew what was going on. And it's okay that I didn't know everything. I didn't know all of the products. I didn't know how they all worked. I didn't know, to this day, you guys, I have not read the entire compensation plan because I glaze over. I don't get it. To me, I know that when I sign people up, I make money. And the more people I sign up, the more money I make. And the more people I talk to, the more people I sign up. Like, that's the compensation plan to me. So if you're a really green personality and you need more details, please, by all means, read it. But I wasn't there. I'm still not there. But what I knew was, a lot of you have heard my big aha moment was I was scrolling through Facebook and I saw a picture of Melody McFarland. She was the first ambassador in the company. And I saw a picture of her on Facebook blitzing someone in the mall. And she looked super cute. She had on some like blingy necklace with, black and green head to toe. She was adorable. And she had this huge smile on her face. She was having so much fun. And I thought, well, of course she's having fun. Like, she's not going to be shy because God only knows how much money she's making right now. And I thought, well, I don't want to talk to anybody because they're going to ask me how much money I make, and I'm making $0. So then what am I going to say? Like, I'm going to look like an idiot, right? And that's when it clicked for me that she was talking to people before she made that money. And if I'm waiting to make that money before I talk to people, then I'm never going to make ambassador money. So I just had to start adopting an ambassador attitude. And so even when you're new, you need to walk a little taller, and you need to, like, stick your chest out, stand tall, hold your head up high, and be proud of what you're doing. Walk and talk like a diamond leader, whether you are anywhere near there or not. Because I'll tell you, your team is here to help you. So when you have questions, you come to us, you go to the resources that we all have, and you'll find the answers that you're looking for. You do not need to have all of the answers, but you do need to be proud. And if you have to fake it until you make it, that's fine. There's a lady from where I live who has like the most infectious personality. Her name's Anna Finley. If any of you know Anna Finley, if any of you Greenfield people are on here, you can go back and tell her this. Because every time I would have to go talk to someone, I would be like, okay, be Anna Finley, be Anna Finley. Because it wasn't me. Like, I still get a little bit nervous before I do these little Zooms. Like, are you kidding me? Go up to someone and talk to them? How am I supposed to do that? But you learn, and you get there, and you practice. And so if you need to fake it until you make it, that's okay. But you're gonna, you get asked a lot, like, how do I sign distributors if I don't have any money yet? Like, I don't have a story yet. Well, you just do it. You just put one foot in front of the other. Be proud of yourself for doing this. Stay consistent with it. You can be brand new, but you can act like a veteran, and that's what you need to do. Now, on the flip side of that, when you're brand new and you're acting like a veteran, it's not going to be in your best interest to post like you're making $10,000 a month. It's not going to be in your best interest to, because it just looks false, and people are going to know that. And I did that. I'm speaking from my own mistakes. When I signed up because I wanted that $10,000 bonus, and I'm trying to get all my friends to come on with me to get a $10,000 bonus, they're going to look at you like you're crazy because they don't think that it's real. And so I would be really cautious of that. When you're copying, I copy other leaders' posts, and I kind of tweak them for my own. And absolutely, I encourage all of you to do that too. You're always welcome to post anything that I have posted. But if I'm posting about how I'm a 5-figure a month income earner, and you copy and paste it, then you see how that would be a little bit misleading. So what I did was I shared other people's stories, and I said they are making 5 figures a month, and that's what this business is going to allow me to do. And so by sharing other stories and how I was working to get to that same place is how I started signing up distributors. So I hope that you understand the difference of walking and talking like a veteran, but not misleading people at the same time. As you go on, you're going to get some team members that quit. And I know we've touched on this a few weeks ago. But I talked about it this weekend because I had some questions about it. And there are some times in this business where it gets hard when your friends quit or people don't want it as much as you want it for them. And one of the ambassador leaders in one of the VIP groups said to me, if you're not constantly building and rebuilding your team, then you're not doing your job. Because there is, just like any other job, there's going to be a percentage of turnover, right? When you go to search other jobs, you can always view the turnover rate, the percentage of turnover. And it's just, it is what it is. Some people are going to quit on this journey. But if you're not building and rebuilding, then you're not doing your job. You constantly are talking to new people and building new legs and replacing ones that have maybe crumbled. That doesn't mean that we don't love them. It doesn't mean we don't wait for them with open arms, but as I welcome them back with open arms, but we're not going to wait because we are mamas and we are wives and we are people who need this money and we need this business and we have more lives out there to change. And so I don't want you guys to get hung up on the ones that leave you. Love on them, check in on them. If they want to walk away, then that's their business. Just like you continuing to keep your head, your eyes in front and focused, and you keep walking ahead because it's your business, and that's okay. It doesn't need to result in hurt feelings, although sometimes I know it does. But just remember that if you're doing something right, if you're continuing to rebuild, and that's a little bit counterintuitive. We don't like to think about that, but I promise you, every single ambassador has had, like I asked for one of my recent calls, you know, can you guys just give me some numbers about how many people on your team have quit before you got to the top? And, you know, there were too many for people to count, like 200 distributors and up, like 200, 300 distributors by the time these people got to ambassador. So think about that. If you're going to get to ambassador and it's going to take 300 people quitting on you, isn't that okay? I mean, ambassador pay is what, like $30,000 a month? Like, yeah, I'm going to make $30,000 a month. I don't care how many people quit on me. That's where we're going to go. So I just want you guys to try not to let that hang you up. You have a great big world of people who still have not heard about this. And that is actually something that I wrote in my notes, that it's plain and simple. You are holding something that is amazing. Amazing. There are people out there who want this and who want to work for this. You know, I posted in our team group the other day something that was shared with us at conference, and that is, have you been praying and asking God for your next runner? I know we all have. We're all like, oh, Lord, this new distributor, oh, I hope she's a runner. You guys, your next runner is that waitress that waited on you at lunch today. Your next runner is the mail lady who looks at your It Works packages all the time, but she just hasn't said, what is this that you, like, what am I sending to your house every day? It's every single person that you neglect to talk to could be your next runner. And so it's not up to us to decide if somebody's going to say yes or not. It's our job to share with them the products and what they've done for us, and it's up to us to share with them what this business is doing for us and the potential that it could have for them. You know, we sometimes get caught up thinking life-changing money is diamond pay or above. I'm here to tell you guys that when I got those little orange envelopes on our front door when our house was almost in foreclosure, that $150 that I made my first month that stocked my pantry changed our lives because it fed our family for a month. So don't get out of the mindset that life-changing money is the big bucks, because I'm telling you that $60 to fill up somebody's car to get them back and forth to work 1 week can change a life. And so just really, really understand what you have. It's a really special thing. And so I want you guys to get excited about that because we need to be sharing it with everyone. I'm looking at my notes here that are a little bit jumbled up. So I touched on this a little bit earlier. I get asked a lot, how did I get started? And so for anyone that's a little bit newer, or maybe you kind of hit a funk and you don't know where to go, or you're restarting, what I did was I posted a before and after picture saying, I am so excited for her to look at what these wraps did for her. And then I went through my Facebook friends list, which at the time was quite a bit shorter than it is now. Mostly it was made up of like old high school friends and ex-coworkers. And so I went through and I messaged them and I said something along the lines of, you know, did you see that before and after picture I posted? These wraps are crazy. Have you tried one? And, you know, most of the time people would say, no, I haven't tried one. And a lot of times people ignored me. Or I had people tell me, no, I'm gonna work out. I'm gonna do things the right way. And the person actually who said that a year later became a loyal customer. I had people, one girl that I used to work with made a Facebook status saying, oh, I can't wait to sell these silly wraps so I can stay home with my dog. Like things like that just weren't very nice. So I want you to know, if you're newer or you're like getting back into it, people are mean sometimes. Sometimes people aren't going to believe in you, and that's okay. because you know that these products work, and you have a team around you to support you, to lift you up through that. And you just have to keep talking to the next person and to the next person and to the next person, because all it takes, like we said, is 4 loyal customers to get your business off and running. So that's how I got started. Then after I think I had 6 customers in my first month, and then it was after that I kind of learned how to do social media, because if you're talking to the same 5 or 6 people, you're not going to build a business. If you have the same 100 people looking at your Instagram and your Facebook, you're not going to build a business, which is why we teach social media. Now, you guys have a lot of people on this team that are really good at parties, and I encourage you to reach out for party help. I don't do a lot of parties because I needed a business that I could truly work from home and not have to get my kids out and about. That doesn't mean that I won't. I love to launch new distributors, but you do have some people in here that are rock stars at parties. So if you're wanting to do parties, please reach out to me or to them. I can help get you in contact with them. Where was I going with this? Sorry, wandering. How did I get started? Oh, okay. So I figured out how to do social media because I realized that I needed new people. I needed more people to talk to. And so you've got a lot of great training in the groups to figure out how to do that, how to grow your Facebook followers, how to grow your Instagram followers. And what I do to build my business currently, I try to send out like at least 30 to 50 messages a day. And I do that by posting the 3-3 rule. Okay, so like 3 product posts. And I don't mean like ad looking product posts. I mean like a before and after picture, or myself, like a selfie with me holding my cleanser or my stretch mark cream or defining gel, like mixing up my greens, whatever it may be. That's a product post. And 3 lifestyle posts, which may be me with my kids in the park saying like, I'm so thankful that I get to have these moments. Or my family taking a road trip, and it's because this business pays us and we get to do that. So 3 to 6 posts a day, combination of the product posts, lifestyle posts, and then some just fun personal posts, whether it's a quote or a recipe or something like that, food pictures. So I knew I needed to be posting several times a day. And then the people that like or comment on those posts are the ones I message. Now, the way you get away from messaging the same 30 to 50 people every day is by getting new eyes on your posts, which is why you constantly need to be increasing your Instagram followers and adding new people on Facebook. So that's how I got started. Again, messaging my friends. Now, we're not talking cold messaging people that I had never talked to. I messaged everyone that I knew at the time. So with some newer distributors, I have been hearing, I don't know how to do this. I don't know how to sit. I don't know how to talk to someone. I don't know enough about the products. I don't know how to navigate eSuite. And you guys, I didn't know how to do any of that when I started either. And I signed up with Jamie, and I had Jamie there for when I had questions about like, okay, somebody wants the wraps. What do I say to them? Like, what's a quick response? Those kinds of things I absolutely want you coming to us for, because I think it's a great way for you to learn how we talk to people, how your upline talks to people. I don't expect you the day you sign up to understand how to answer when someone wants to know how the wraps work, or how long do I leave them on, or how do I apply them. I don't expect you to know that, but I do expect you to reach out. This is a big team, and we love every single one of you, but we're all given the same resources. You sign up, you go to ItWorks to do your training. You have your customer website, and you have eSuite. And what I did was I went through my customer website. When somebody had a question like, I want ThermoFit, how does it work? I went to my website, not eSuite. I went to my personal customer website, the replicated website. I would go to that, and I would click on ThermoFit, and I would copy the description that was under it, and I would copy and paste that. And I did that until I figured out how I could word it to where it sounded like me. But that way I was giving truthful information, and I wasn't trying to wing it, and I wasn't like racking my brain trying to figure out how to explain this. I just went to that customer website and copied and pasted. And I did this over and over and over again for every product, for the wraps, for ThermoFit, for greens, for fat fighters, for, the ones that you get a lot of questions about at first for weight loss. And then when you have questions, come to your upline. Please, 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 as soon as you sign up, you need to be doing your training on It Works You. And then if you don't know how, that's, the groups are so helpful. There's a ton of files in Aiming for Ambassador. There are training videos on our site, Wrapping to the Top. If you guys don't know about, it's called productcoach.itworks.com. If you can type in any question about, you can type in what products are gluten-free, what products contain caffeine, what products affect blood pressure. It's called productcoach.itworks.com. So a lot of those questions that you're asking in the group can be answered there if it's a product question. That's a really great resource that you have. And so please stop using the excuse of I don't know how. Pick an afternoon and sit down and go into your eSuite and click on reports and go through all of the reports to see what they are. I don't expect you to understand what they are, but at some point you've got to just figure out that this is your business and you are the one running it, and you're the one that has to take responsibility for learning those things. I'm hearing from some people on the team, outside of the team, and even people that are coming to me saying from past distributors saying they didn't feel like they really had the best support. And so if you're feeling that way, if you're feeling like maybe you don't have the most support from your upline, whether it's me or someone else that you enrolled with, I want to remind you that you signed up for this business to run your business. You didn't sign up for this business to have someone else run it for you. I just listed a ton of resources that we all have. We all have the same resources available to us. And if you don't feel like you have a sponsor that is supportive of you, you have an upline above that and an upline above that. Stop using the excuse that you don't know how to do things and that you don't feel like someone's teaching you to do those things. Because I will tell you, while Jamie was always there to answer my questions, I did not rely on her for everything. I'll tell you also that the girl that Jamie signed up with quit after Jamie signed up. So she didn't have upline support, and now she's an ambassador and top 21. She's number 21 in the entire company. So it's a poor excuse for you to say, well, I didn't do it because I didn't know how. Well, then take the initiative to learn how. This is your business that you're doing for your family, for yourself. And it's not my responsibility or anyone else's responsibility to make sure that you succeed. Now, when I say that, I feel like I sounded really mean when I said that. And what I don't want you to take away is that means we don't want to help. I love when people have questions because that tells me that you're working. But please don't sit back and don't do anything after I know you've been tagged in the new distributor post. I know you've been tagged in the quick little Instagram training video that I have in the group. YouTube is amazing, and we all have the same ability to go to YouTube and search any leader. You can look up a party pad presentation, you can look up Jade Hooper's Instagram training, you can look up how to do a fat fighter demo, anything. You can look it up on YouTube. You're hurting yourself by sitting back and saying, nobody told me how to do this. We're all grown-ups. And we started this business for ourselves and for our families, so you need to run it for yourself and for your family and stop letting excuses hold you back. I love, Chad Kneller has a really great analogy that he uses. And to end this Zoom tonight, I want to leave you with this because we're in the middle of March. We're right in the middle of March. It's the busiest season of the year for us. And there's a lot of people going for bonuses right now, you guys. $1,000 bonuses, $2,000 bonuses, $20,000, $30,000, $50,000, $100,000. And now is the time to do it. And so I want you to put yourself in this situation. Chad Kneller uses this analogy a lot. And it really kind of puts things into perspective. So let's say that somebody's kidnapped somebody really close to you, whether it's your husband, your wife, a parent, a sibling, or your kids. And they've taken them and they've written you a letter and it says, you can have your loved one back when you get to Double Diamond. How many of you would be Double Diamond that month to get that person back? I know that, like, the first time I heard that, I was like, okay, Chad, that's a little bit dramatic. But really think about that with your business. Think about that. If this business had to save that person's life and you had to get to Double Diamond to do it, would you not spend all day, every day, telling people about this, about the products, about the opportunity? You would not let 400 BD slip away from you. You would go to the ends of the earth to do it. And so I want you guys to think about that in this time of year. No one is threatening your life with this business, but kind of, isn't this business here to save your life? Like, isn't it here to get you out of debt and to get those people to stop calling your phone and knocking on your door? Megan, you're ruining the message. But really think about that. Like, let that sink in. If somebody told you that, if somebody told you that you could have them back, oh, sure. We're almost done, but she did good this time. She made a good job of speaking. But I really want you to think about that in terms of your own business and what you're letting stand in the way. Because you're going to get to the top a whole lot faster if you'll just move all of that stuff out of the way. We hold ourselves back. It is all totally in our minds, whether we're saying we're afraid to post on Facebook because we don't want people to make fun of us, or, oh, I'm kind of afraid to blitz that mom because she looks really busy and I don't want to bother her. Isn't that the key to saving her situation? You don't know if it is or not, so why hold back? That's what I want to leave you with. I don't know how much time. 9:45. Yeah, I've talked a lot. I will stay here for a couple of minutes if you guys have any questions. I'm so proud of this team and what we're doing, because I really do feel like we are changing lives, and some of it is you guys, and I can't tell you what a blessing that is to sit back and watch. And it could be, as simple as someone who has, like, I don't know, a thyroid problem with really brittle hair, and you've gotten them on hair, skin, and nails, and it, like, just makes them feel pretty. Like, that is a life changer for someone, So please keep your mouths open and your thumbs open. You have a lot to give, and you're all incredible people, and we're so blessed to have you as part of this with us.
Hey, Jen.
Yeah?
Do you know if they quit selling the blender bottles outside of the It Works system? Because I couldn't find it today.
Wasn't that just for January? Or was it after that too?
Well, I bought the blender bottle by itself last month.
Oh, I don't know.
Okay.
I haven't heard. I didn't know they were selling it just individually.
Yeah, they were $17 individually, and one of my customers today wanted to buy it, and I couldn't find it.
Oh.
Did you check under the system?
Yeah. I checked under the system, and then I looked to see if only distributors could get them individually, and I couldn't find it anywhere.
Can I tell you guys something really quickly? I didn't check my phone while we were doing this. April 30th will be my 3rd-year anniversary, and I know I've talked to you guys about how many people from Rushville do this business. There are at least 5 of us here that are Double Diamond or above, making 6 figures a year, and I just had somebody from Rush County text me and say she wanted to cleanse. So wherever you are, however small your town is, you're not saturated yet. That's pretty funny. Well, thanks for telling me about the blender bottle then, because I didn't know you could get it separately anyway, but I'll keep my eye out for it.
Okay.
All right.
I have a question. I don't know if you can hear me.
I hear you.
When you were talking about the e-suites and we could find the 4 loyal customers, is that on the suites or is that on the Zoom app? It Works app?
It's on the regular website. It's
Okay.
just here. Let me
So like I would go to my individual website, or would I go to my eSuite?
you're gonna go to your eSuite. Hang on, I'll show you here if I can get it.
Because I'm on my eSuite right now.
Yeah, let me show you on mine. Oh, I hope I don't mess this up. Okay, can you guys see what I'm doing? The last time I tried to do this, it let me see this.
Yeah, I can see. Looks like you're on YouTube.
Yeah, I was. Okay. So if you go just to your eSuite, then this screen right here where it says performance overview, click
Okay. Okay.
and
I
right
just-
there it'll tell you personally enrolled loyal customers, and then this will explain that this is the number of customers who have not canceled their auto ship and they've completed their 3 months. So it's just right there on that home screen.
Okay, so when I go to performance overview and then it says personally enrolled LCs.
Yes.
So if it says personally enrolled LCs and then that number right there, it has to be 4.
Yes.
Okay.
To qualify for your bonus.
Okay. So if mine says 10, that means,
Then you're good.
okay. All right. I just want to make sure I can show my team that, make sure that I was qualified.
Yes.
Okay. All right. That was all I had.
Okay.
Hey Jen, can you hear me?
Yeah, hi Cora.
Hey, first I want to say that I'm really proud of everybody. I think everyone's just really stepped it up this month, and I'm just really just so proud to be part of this team. But could you go over again, because I kind of missed the beginning part, just exactly for the loyal customers, they have to be completely active right now, or they had to have completed for the bonuses, the 4 loyal customers we're supposed to have?
Yes. Okay, so for the Ruby bonus, you have to have gotten your 4 loyal customers in your first 30 days. For Emerald, Diamond, Double Diamond, all that, you need to just have 4 active customers. It doesn't have you don't have to have gotten them in your first 30 days, but you have to have 4 active loyal customers, which just means they don't have to be in their auto ship right now. They just have to have completed at least 3 months auto ship without canceling their loyal customer account.
Okay, and so they have to be on your front line?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yes.
All right, that's the question I had.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, that makes sense to me because I've signed 3 today, and I might just keep at
No,
least.
it's from, like, go to your performance overview and look at that, because that's from, like, the day that you signed up. So
Oh,
it's not like ones that you have right now that are in the middle of their auto ship. It's from, like, some of those are ones that I signed up in my very first month, and they shut their auto shipment off, but they didn't call customer service and actually cancel their account.
oh, okay. So they don't. So their auto shipment doesn't technically have to run. It just has to be. They just have to have an active account.
Yes, they had to complete their 3 months and then keep their account open. So they can. So their auto ship doesn't have to be running now if they already did their 3 months.
They just have to. Okay, that makes it easier. I thought I had to have 4 active
No,
auto ship.
you can still move your customers. They just, by being active loyal customers, it means they have an open customer account.
Okay, awesome,
Okay.
perfect.
Thank you guys so much for being on tonight. Okay. If you guys don't have anything else, then you can go. Thank you again so much. Have a good night.